March 19, 1943. Dear Margie. Well, darling, here it is Friday night, or should I say Saturday morning. I am just going to write a few lines before turning in for the night. I have to be up by 7 in the morning as school is from 8 to 12, and it seems to be a long time for some reason or another. Just think, another 10 days, and it's the 1st of April. I wonder if you will be on your way down here by that time. I am hoping so for two reasons. The first and main reason, because I want you down, and secondly, it will save me the trouble of moving to barracks and back again, and maybe a lot of red tape getting my living allowance out after turning it in. Anyways, I want you here, and the sooner the better. I hope Sunday is a nice day. Coles and I are going to try and hitchhike out to the sea and try and get down to the beach if there are no guards. I want to look at the ocean anyways. Well, Margie, I think I will turn in for the night and finish this tomorrow and try and get it in the mail in time. So good night, dear. You are probably asleep by this time, all curled up with your hair all over the pillow. I wish it was tickling my ear or neck. Well, dear, here it is Sunday afternoon and the first day of spring, and a real spring day, a little windy but not bad. I'm sorry I didn't get this away as I hoped yesterday. The captain gave me my pay slip and I had to go to the pay office for my check, then find a place to cash it. By the time I got back to the house it was after 3. Boy, was I hungry, but the old lady had it in the oven and hot. Went to a show in the evening and didn't get home until about 12, that's late for this town. They take in the sidewalks at 10 o'clock. This afternoon Coles and another chap and I started to walk out the highway towards the ocean. A car picked us up and drove us about 30 miles south along the shore. We didn't get down to the beach as we hoped, so we had to hitchhike back to town. However, we did climb around some of the hills and got a few good views of the ocean. We could see a convoy or part of one coming into the harbor. It was quite a sight. We could also see the Nova Scotia shore across the bay. It's about 40 miles, I believe. The people that drove us back to town said it's quite a clear view on a bright day. Before we got a ride, we saw an outcropping of rock and found a small vein of hematite, a type of iron ore. This country seems to be full of different kinds of minerals, but of no great commercial value. All the outcroppings of valuable minerals seem to be small and of a low grade. But it's still lots of fun. This time next week I will be a pretty excited lad with you about on your way. I am still waiting for the letter explaining about the telegram. I presume you will be leaving the firm next Saturday and starting for here on the Monday. Did you check the timetables of both routes? I am sure CPR is the better, it's not as long a ride. You will be pretty tired by the time you get here. Try to let me know what time you will arrive on and then I will meet it. I may have to get leave from school. I know, darling, you are not going to like this place I am bringing you to. It will be the worst you have ever been in, but as I say, it's clean and the food is good. You can decide on a place when you land here. It will be our first time house hunting, won't it? I am looking towards it, it will be fun. Received a letter from Mother the other day with a part of a Montreal paper in. There were pictures of Jack and crew and told about some of their flying. It said Jack had 3 encounters with subs. The pictures are good. I will keep the paper until you come down. Mother wants it back. Well, dearest, it's after supper now. I am going to mail this and go to the canteen down the street for some cigarettes. The darn things are up again in price, so I stick more than ever to the pipe while in my room. However, a pipe is awkward to take to school. Guess this is all for the present, darling. Will write tomorrow night. All my love, Margie. I am anxiously waiting for the 1st. As ever. Roger XXXX. March 23, 1943. Dear Margie. Received 2 letters today, both from you, one train and one air mail. They both left Toronto on March 19th, so dear, air mail is very little faster than ordinary mail, so I wouldn't bother with any more. Save the extra 3 cents, as long as I get the 1 letter a day, I don't care. Anyway, I will only be getting a few more and then you will be down. Just think, you will be here a week from this Saturday. I am checking off the days, darling. I can hardly wait. We will be an excited pair that day, won't we, dear? There are 2 guys in the room, the lad that came down with me and another chap. They are arguing reform of politics and it's getting under my skin as they don't know what they are talking about. I finished my ink drawings last Saturday night and also finished my projection drawings. I have a sheet of symbols to do, then I hope to get on to building parts. I am leaving the actual drawings of the house until I get a little further advanced so I can make the abstracts more correct. You mentioned about some book having housing hints. Bring it along, dear, we can have fun finding ideas. I am glad you liked the sketches. I sure like the larger of the two and doubt if it would cost a great deal more. Well, darling, this is about all for now. I am going to bed. By the way, I am going to find out about rooms and a small apartment. I know they are hard to find, but would like to know the approximate cost and what is supplied. Will let you know about these things when I find out. Good night, darling, and all my love to you, dearest, from your loving husband. As ever. Roger XXXX. March 24, 1943. Dear Margie. Well, dearest, here it is Wednesday morning. I have just finished breakfast. You will be working hard and looking forward to lunchtime, tapping your tummy once in a while to see if it's still here. In 10 more days, time you can have your breakfast at 10 or 11 every morning. How will you like that? Going to bed when you feel tired and sleep with your head on my arm until you feel like getting up. What do you think of that? I will try and answer a few of your questions. First, regarding the pay. I get $25 on the 15th of the month and approximately $30 at the end of each month. You coming on the 1st will make it okay in that respect. So, don't worry about your board. I found out a little more about apartments and room suites. To begin with, they are hard to find and run from $20 to $30 a month, including power and water. Not bad, eh? Living costs are lower than Toronto too. These apartments are not very well furnished, but are clean, which is something in this town. We will have to supply our own linen and bedding. I would advise you to pack what you think you may need and then have it shipped when we want it. You could use that steel case that's under the bed. It would hold more than your bag, although you will probably need both. Well, dear, I think that's about all for the present. Don't forget our snap albums and camera. I think the slacks are a good idea for some things than just lounging around in. Bring the bathing suits as well. I hear there is swimming on the coast in June and July. Toss in those summer pants of mine and the narrow belt. Then when you are sitting on my knee you won't feel the rough army goods against your legs, and such nice legs they are, if I may be so bold to say so. I am going for my laundry now, darling, so we'll mail this on the way. So, with all my love, darling, and until tomorrow. As ever. Roger XXXX.